what the heck have I started? If you guys were to see the text messages going back between my family and now, you'd be amazed and surprised. So one sister has, decided that she's not going to let my other sister get away with doing exercises without her starting to do exercises. So they're having a little in-family competition right now, but I'm so proud of them. They're both sending me their push-ups that they're doing. Then my brother checks in on my sister to see if she's done her push-ups today. And of course, yep, she's done her push-ups, she's done her planks, which I never told her to do. She just added that in. And of course, her squats and her lunges. So, you know what? Again, we need to start some kind of accountability group here, because it's always good to have somebody to be accountable to. It makes you do it. And again, we're just keeping it simple. Like, I get it. A lot of people are still asking about, what other exercises we do. Now, be patient. I think the most important thing when you're talking about success or getting to the, I know I say too much. Sorry, I'm thinking in between. Bad habit. When people are trying to prolong a program, why they quit is the motivation. So that's the biggest part of exercise, diet. A lot of people can go for a month, 3 months, 6 months. It's keeping up for a long time, like a year and beyond. So just keep up the exercises. There's more to come. There's a lot more to come. A lot of athletes chiming in saying, it's not enough. Well, you know what? It's enough for me. If it's enough for Olympic gold medalists, it should be enough for all the other athletes out there. It's not all we do. Again, there's lots more to come, but I still do those things on top of everything else that I do. So, keep it down a little bit, boys. Be patient. That's the problem. I had this conversation with Max not too long ago. It's like, there are athletes and there are athletes. And just because you play hockey or you play another sport, doesn't make you an athlete. You know what makes you an athlete? This makes you an athlete. Anybody can throw weights up in the gym or go on the ice and skate, but there's a big difference between AAA and OHL and the pros. So it's mostly here. Don't consider yourself an athlete until you've made it, all right? So relax a bit, boys. You'll get more stuff. You can't do half the stuff we do anyway. Moving right along. Been an eventful morning already. A buddy of mine, Bruce, poor guy, sitting here the other day, and I see something on Instagram, him in a cast. Slipped down the stairs outside his house and broke his leg in 4 places. Man, we think we have it bad. So I just drove him to the hospital, and he's got to have surgery in a couple days. So, man, 4 places, pins, casts. He's out for another 6 months anyway. But guess what? After he went to the hospital to see a surgeon this morning, he went to the gym this afternoon because he's broken his leg. He's still got his upper body. So that's the mentality I'm talking about. Most people be at home feeling sorry for themselves. Not Bruce. So again, the type of people, my family, the type of people I hang out with, I like the community who are mentally tough. Anybody can be physically tough for 3 months, like I said. So again, eventful day. Couple of questions. This is interesting. I forget who asked the question. Sorry. I'm still working on my memory. So the Olympics next year. Maybe. Supposedly. Postponed for a year. Couple of questions on the Olympics. Number one is they're thinking of doing a new routine, like not having an opening ceremony for one. And he said, like, would you still go with the restrictions they're having? I'd go. Because number one, I've been to the open ceremonies, and it ain't all that. As a matter of fact, in Los Angeles, that was the one. If anybody remembers back then, with the James Bond guy came in on that. He was flying. Can't remember what that thing's called, but we didn't get to see it. We were in a tunnel, sweating our ass off for like 3 hours. We didn't get to see the whole show went on, and we didn't get to see anything. So I never went back to an opening ceremony. So if you're going to the Olympics for the opening ceremony, you're missing the point of the Olympics. It's a great show for everybody else, not so great for the athletes themselves. Secondly, you worry about COVID. Well, most athletes should be fit and healthy enough that, if you're worried about catching COVID or getting sick from COVID, and maybe you shouldn't be an athlete in the first place, because you're supposed to be fitter and healthier. 99.9% of the cases of who have really bad reaction to COVID are sick, metabolically sick. We've talked about this before. So athletes, you shouldn't be in that situation. And even if you get it, just like Angie, it should be just a bad cold. And I've seen athletes compete at Olympics with colds before, so I'd still go. I wouldn't be worried about it at all. What was the other question you had? Can't remember. Anyway, okay. So let's get mentally tough this year. Let's try to last more than 3 months. Let's hang in there, be patient with the exercises, and there will be more strenuous exercises coming, trust me. Like, you don't win Olympic gold medals by doing squats, push-ups, and lunges, okay? I know there's more. Be patient. We'll see you later. Ciao.